for being there, part of the world. Sorry for the shelf view. I'm on my phone because the good camera is down in the music studio. Yeah, I know, good place for it, but I didn't think I was going to be doing a live stream this weekend, so that's where my good camera is. So it's down out back in the music room. So I just got done a little while ago. Come on, trying to get this where it will stand up. I just got done watching a video a little while ago from auditing Reno 911. Okay? And in auditing Reno 911's video, he's showing an attorney's public information from a public website. And then as he's going along his live stream, he goes, I should be able to show this public website because it's a public website, therefore it's public information. Well, I hate to break it to you, audit Reno 911. I hate to break it to you. Now that we had that moron in Arizona by the name of Lane Myers, does anybody remember that moron? Lane Myers, who took a plea deal? Because all he did was show Sharon Walker's public information on the website, right? That's all he did. And what happened? What happened to Lane Myers? He got screwed over for that, so. And in your video, you were like, well, I got the cease and desist letter. This is the attorney who showed it, who sent it to me. And you showed the attorney's website. You showed her public information, her website, everything Lane Myers did. And they took Lane Myers out, didn't they? They got him to set that good old court precedent that I warned people about. So now we have Reno, auditing Reno 911 tonight in a live stream doing the exact same thing that Lane Myers was gonna go to prison for. The same thing that he just took a plea deal for. Showing and he says, this is the bitch right here who sent me the cease and desist order, and put her fucking picture up on the screen. And the law firm she recommends. Well, guess what, people? Because Lane Myers set that precedent. You can't show a public website anymore. That's right. You can thank that moron, Lane Myers, for fucking everybody. This is why I said, if Lane Myers takes a deal, I would never go to his channel again. And I have never been to Lane Myers' channel again. So before you show anybody's public information again, and show a public website, I think you need to go watch the case precedent on Lane Myers versus Arizona. Just saying. I even commented it on auditing Reno 9/11's fucking last live stream. This is my comment. I just watched your live stream. I hate to see you going through this, but during your live stream, you showed a woman's picture showed a woman from a public website. You showed her picture and her contact information from the law firm who basically contacted him with the cease and desist letter. I said, but unfortunately, you can no longer show that information thanks to Lane Myers taking a plea deal in the Sharon Walker case. It's right there on this video. Go to auditing Reno 911. My comment is right there, fucking right up there, right fucking now. Okay? So that's why you can't show that picture, because Lane Myers, the fucking jackass, screwed it for everybody. That's why you can't show that picture, because Lane Myers shit on the First Amendment. He took a goddamn plea deal, which he never should have took a goddamn plea deal, and I will never go to Lane Myers' channel again, because he took that fucking plea deal. And then on top of that, they say, oh, for the next 10 years, he can't hang out with Foshin. For the next 10 years, he can't hang out with the reluctant prophet. Bullshit. You fucked up big time, Lane Myers, when you took that fucking plea deal. You fucked up royally, Lane Myers. So he's getting a cease and desist letter from attorney, and then he goes and shows this attorney's website on his live stream. That's what you just did tonight. Auditing Reno 911. You just fucking did that tonight. The same fucking thing that Lane Myers did. And you were like, oh, I'm going to fight this fucking bitch all the way to the end. I'm in favor of making New Cape's president. Well, Lane Myers already did it for you. Lane Myers already fucked you. Well, you can, by showing that picture, she can bring harassment charges against you now. Just like the cunt, Sharon Walker, the cunt, she's a fucking cunt. Sharon Walker, you're a fucking cunt. Bring harassment charges against me, and I don't care if your fucking husband's a fucking judge either. Fuck you, and fuck the judge. Do you understand me? Because Sharon Walker's a cunt. And she should have never did what she did to Lane Myers. Never should have fucking did it. So now, anybody in the auditing community, you can't just willy-nilly go, oh, here's a person picture, here's the person's... I'm just gonna fucking throw one out there. So let's say I get a cease and desist letter from Late Toes Law today. Steve Lato sends me a fucking cease and desist letter. I go on to Steve Latro's fucking website and I say, hey, here's Steve Latro's fucking contact information. Here's Latro's fucking website. Here's his fucking thing. I could face the same thing that Lane Myers faced in the fucking Sharon Walker case, because Lane set precedent. Lane set a goddamn precedent that I told you we did not need in this country. And that's why Lane's a fucking idiot. And I would tell Lane right to his fucking face that he's a fucking idiot. You know, I had a troll, and he's been gone for 3 or 4 years. I had a fucking troll, and Rick Crude doxed one of my trolls because he was fucking with Rick Crude. And Rick Crude goes on the fucking internet, and he goes, you know, I'm tired of you, Steve B. I'm tired of you, Steve B. And he doxed Steve P's fucking company last name. And I knew it was a painter. So I put Steve P's full name in a Google search engine, and it comes right up. Now I'm going to change the P name here because I don't want to dox Steve P, and it's been a long time since he's fucked with me. So we'll call... So I go Google the name, and it comes up as Steve Pesci Painting. And I made a video. I showed people the reviews that Steve Pesci Painting, borrowing Joe Pesci's name, because that's not really Steve's last name. I'm using a different name for the point of the video. And I showed Steve P's painting business. I showed Steve P's address. I showed Steve P's phone number. I showed fucking Steve P's you know, home on the internet because I was able to get his home address. I doxed the motherfucker. And all of his information was on a public website. I did that 5 fucking years ago. Did I get harassment charges for posting that information 5 fucking years ago? No, because it wasn't precedent. If I was to do that today to Steve, I could get sued thanks to Lynn Myers fucking everybody by taking that deal. And that's what you don't realize what one court case can do. This is why you gotta be careful about fucking setting case precedent, okay? So, again, going on 3 years ago, the Supreme Court said, and I quote, "We're gonna overturn Roe v. Wade, and we're gonna send Roe v. Wade back to each state." So that means instead of it being a federal ban on abortion or whatever, they decided they're going to make it federally recognized as a fucking being able to do abortion. They're going to let each state decide, okay? They're going to let, and what did I tell you? What was the first thing I came the night that fucking Roe v. Wade went down? Didn't I go on my other channel and make a video saying that they're going to use that? Oh, well, Roe v. Wade is unconstitutional. We're going to let each state law decide if abortion is legal or illegal. We're going to put it back in the state hands. But we don't want to have a country yay or nay on it, so we're going to overturn Roe v. Wade, and we're going to send it back to the states. And I said, they're going to use that to appeal gay marriage. Well, guess what they've been working on for the last year and a half? To appeal gay marriage. And what precedent are they using? Roe v. Wade. The overturning of Roe v. Wade is what they're using right now to try to overturn gay marriage in the United States. Why? Because the Roe v. Wade case set precedent. The same way that Lane fucking Myers took a fucking plea deal and fucked everybody. So that's why you can't show it. Auditing Reno 911. That's why you can't show that woman's picture. You can thank Lane Myers for that, okay? And when Lane Myers took that fucking deal, I wanted to walk right over to Lane Myers and just cold cock him in the face. That's what I wanted to do to Lane Myers. And a whole bunch of auditors came down on my fucking ass when I did that to Steve. Steve P. years ago. Years ago, I did that to Steve P. Okay, and I could get away with shit like that then. Can't get away with that shit now. No, because Lane Myers had to fuck it up for the rest of us. You see. So now if I find out where one of my trolls works, I can't go and say, well, this is where Hum on My Dick works. Let's blow up his boss until he gets fired. I can't show a website like that today because of what Lane Myers did. So there's my response, my 15-minute response. I'm going to tag this video to him in a minute, but I just left him that comment. I'm going to say, well, I just watched, here's my comment. I'm reading it ad lib here. I just watched your video and I hate to see you going through this. On your live stream, you showed a picture of a woman from a public website, and then you said you should be able to show that picture because the website that you were showing the picture from is public. And then I said, well, I hate to break it to you, but because Elaine Myers taking that plea deal in the Sharon Walker case and setting precedent in the Sharon Walker case, you gotta be careful of what you show on, what websites you show online. So now this guy, auditing Reno 911, he could be the next Lane Myers. It could be, State of Nevada versus Reno 911. All over again. Why? Because Lane Myers set the precedent. He took that dumbass fucking deal. He never should have took that fucking dumbass deal. He took the fucking dumbass deal and fucked it for everybody. Fucked it right down the fucking toilet bowl. But that's a great big ball of wax. I was trying not to come on before Christmas, but there's always some drama on YouTube that's gonna suck me back in. I was gonna wait until after Christmas to come online again. And I'm not doing anything for Christmas because I can't afford it. And you trolls know why. I have a video coming up in January that I'm waiting to January before I discuss that one. Because one day I'm scrolling through my fucking YouTube.com. It wasn't my subscription page. I'm scrolling through YouTube.com. And there's this guy, is sitting at a picnic table, and the thumbnail of the video said, I got off of disability by creating a YouTube channel. That's what the thumbnail said. I have the thumbnail. And I said, I'm going to talk about that in January because I want to talk about that. So it's okay for that guy to get off the government dime. It was okay for Boogie, who is now on Local Live. Everybody makes fun of Boogie, but at the time, Boogie 28, he has a bunch of 8s in this fucking name. Boogie was able to get off of Social Security disability, come on YouTube, make a famous YouTube channel by doing that Francis character that Boogie did. He was allowed to get off of disability, right? He was allowed to buy his own house. He was allowed to get off the government dime. This other guy was allowed to get off the government dime, but Emo was not allowed to get off the government dime. No, you faggot trolls decided you wanted to ruin Emo. I wasn't allowed to do that, so I love how it was okay for Boogie and this other guy that I'm going to highlight in January. It's all right for them to get off of their disability, but I wasn't allowed to. I wasn't fucking allowed to. Because I had to have faggot trolls that couldn't leave me the fuck alone. That's what I had. And that's why I haven't been able to do Christmas for 5 years. Because when you're on the government fucking dime, you can't afford fucking Christmas. So that's why I don't even want to talk about Christmas. Christmas is for fucking minors who have rich parents. It ain't for fucking adults. It sure as hell ain't for fucking adults who are on disability, because I wasn't allowed to get off of the government dime like this other guy was allowed to. I wasn't allowed to be Boogie and get several 100,000 subscribers and do Francis rants. Okay? Which, when I was doing rants, that's what one of my fucking rants were. They were in the style of Francis. They were in the style of the angry grandpa. It's okay for the angry grandpa to make fucking money. It's okay for fucking Francis to make money, aka Boogie2908, and fucking this other guy that just, he's on YouTube gloating, oh, I got off the government dime. But I wasn't allowed to do that. No, the faggot trolls didn't want me to be successful. So that's why I'll continue to. That's why I'll continue the way I've been. No Christmas, no nothing. Haven't done Christmas since 2020. Can't afford it. So that's the way it is. So I'm not even gonna talk about Christmas. So I'm not even gonna wish you guys. I'm not even gonna say the famous words that everybody says during this year. But they do play the movie. They do play the movie. At the end of A Christmas Carol, when Ebenezer Scrooge is all happy, joy, 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 and he's like, oh, buy the turkey in the window, and give the turkey in the window to the poor, and he's all fucking happy, and he's all fucking with glee. I was that guy when I started YouTube. But the YouTube trolls fucked with me, so instead of having a good, happy, rejoiceful, and spiritual ending to that movie, my story is A Christmas Carol in reverse. I sit here today as the nasty Ebenezer Scrooge. I sit here as the inconsiderate Ebenezer Scrooge. The Ebenezer Scrooge that has no empathy or compassion to anybody. Because the trolls murdered that off. With people like Gary Snowflake, Hum Along If You Can't Sing Along, Reno, The Drunken Peasants, Ben, Billy the Fridge. Yeah. And Black Trash PM. Everybody knows who Black Trash PM is. Oh, there he goes, mentioning that word again. He's being racist. Well, that's why I don't have a Christmas. That's why I'm not doing Christmas. So fuck you all. Bon humbug to all of you. Kiss my dick, suck my ass, and go fuck yourself. Now, how the hell do I get out of this now? I know. Be quiet. I'm trying to end this now. So I did it in the side blue, and now I don't know where my end button is. Oh well. Come on, I want to shut it off now. Where's my X? Are you kidding me? I don't want to share it. I want to end it, stupid.